Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you an update on my Monstera Thai Constellation. But I'm also going to show you my Monstera Albo, which I had to put together from 4 different pieces. So let's get straight into it. Through summer of 2021, I was so obsessed with Monstera Albos, but I couldn't afford a big plant. So what I ended up doing was buying small nodes or 2-leaf cuttings, and I somehow I ended up with 4. The obsession. And they ranged in prices from I think between £60 to £80, and I was really unsure what I was going to do with all of my cuttings. I thought I was going to make 2 plants. I was going to make 2 originally so that I could keep 1, and then I could make cuttings and send cuttings out and
make cuttings. Okay, well, sure, Jan.
Listen guys, you know that would never happen. So after that I kind of just accepted that I was going to make 1 plant. So I decided to put everything together. In June 2021 I got this cutting. I had my very first Monstera Albo cutting and I lost it to root rot as I was propagating in water. So I decided to do something different with this one. And instead of propagating in water, I decided that this time I was going to propagate in perlite. I was really happy with the variegation on this leaf. It was really pretty. Let's take a look at the roots. There was one decent root there, and then there was this really long aerial root. That aerial root was so long that in my mind I kind of thought, well, hold on, this is going to be really great to propagate from. So I ended up putting the entire root system in perlite, hoping that it was going to have a really strong root system. I ended up going to collect this beautiful leaf, and it had quite a good established root system, and it also had a new growth point as well. You alright guys, moment of truth time. I'm going to empty out the containers that I've got my albos in, take out all of the perlite and see how the roots have done. Now I think they've been in perlite for around about 2 months or so, and I can already see that there is some significant growth. In fact, let me show you. This is the biggest of the cuttings. Got a bit of browning on the edges, but I'm not really that bothered. But this is what I do want to show you. That there is new growth. That's going to make a new vine, and see some of that root growth there. So let me empty out some of this perlite and let's have a look and see what we have. Right, time to get some of this out. Oh, come on. Oh, right, okay. Okay, I wasn't really expecting this. This guy, his roots are stuck to the plastic. He is dug in deep. I can't even get him out the plastic. Child, I have not let this thing sat on my shelf for 2 months using my electric on those grow lights for it to get stuck. This has set my anxiety off. Like, why are you doing this to me? Let me show you. Hold on. No, I'm sorry, this plant picked the wrong person to play with. No, I'm gonna get my £80 worth. No, you are coming out today. After plenty of side-eyeing and some gentle persuasion, I managed to get her out. Let's get some of this perlite off so that we can look at her root growth. This is how she started, so let's compare what she looks like now. That is absolutely insane. Okay, let's have a look at the other one. So we can see a little bit of growth there. This one was by far easier to get out of the plastic container, but I'm sure you noticed there were quite a lot of dark roots, which to me would suggest that there's been some root rot. But let's take it out and have a look and see for ourselves. Damn it. This one, there's been some decent root growth actually, considering where it was when I first put it in, but as I suspected, I really should have cut off that aerial root. that was too long. That has rotted away. So I'm just going to snip that off, and then we're going to take a look at the two bigger plants. To be honest, it could have been a hell of a lot worse. So I got to work and cut away all of the dark rotted roots. And to be honest, it wasn't that bad. There was quite a lot of growth. And here's the root system from the biggest plant. This was the most expensive. It was around about £80, but as you can see, it's huge. I made my own soil mix. This is orchid bark, wood chippings, houseplant compost, and a huge ton of perlite just to make a really airy mixture. So before I show you the final version of the Monstera Albo, I thought I would give you my Thai Constellation update. So, you guys ready? Let me see if I can pick her up. She's gotten so big. So here is Chantelle. Oh. You guys, look at how big she's gotten. So her leaves have gotten bigger, and she's actually, from one of the vines, made some new growth. This is one of her newer leaves, and this is her second newest leaf. So she's made 2 leaves since the last time that you've seen her. But she is gorgeous, and the leaves have gotten so much bigger. So cool. But the one thing I would say is I am slightly disappointed. I thought there was going to be a little bit more variegation in these new leaves, but it is what it is. And on the second vine, she's due, it is, I call it pregnant, it is due to have another leaf sometime soon, but I think it's going to be very much like the Albo. I think this vine is still dormant, so I'm going to wait for this one to wake up. I'm not sure why this one is awake, but it is what it is. Guys, are you ready to see Shaniqua in all of her glory? Woof. She's so massive. I don't even know how I'm going to lift. Right, okay. Hold on. Oh, God. Oh my gosh, look at her. Right, let's get a bit close. Oh my God, guys, I'm obsessed. Let me give you a closer look. Oh my God, look at her leaves, so shiny. Right, guys. I'm literally so obsessed with this plant, and I love how it's turned out. Now, interestingly enough, there are 4 vines in here, 3 of which are currently dormant. The only one that's active happens to be one that had the small growth on it. So this was the original leaf that had the little node at the side. And if we just have a look underneath. So this right here is where that new node was, and it didn't really do anything. But then eventually it shut up, and she ended up making this new leaf. And interestingly, it wasn't even fenestrated, but as you can see, it's made a hole here. In fact, it's still connected. And then she went on to make a second leaf, which is this one here, and it is huge. So I'm really, really happy with it. Again, I don't know whether or not it's going to make a fenestration because this didn't appear straight away. But I'm really, really happy. And I can tell just here that actually this is ready to produce a new leaf again. So this seems to make leaves a little bit quicker than the Thai Constellation, but I'm monitoring the 2 of them. 2 of the dormant vines have got a little bit of browning on them, but both of them are pregnant. So when they wake up, I expect to have 2 new leaves. The vine with the long aerial root has produced no new growth, no new nodes whatsoever. So I'm assuming because this pot is so big that it's working on some roots. I am so happy with my Monstera girls. They are just gorgeous. Look, they take over everything. And I'm really happy to have made Chad, my Monstera in the background, finally some girlfriends. And if you want to see a little bit more on propagating in perlite, let me know in the comments down below, because I'll be happy to do a video on it. I 100% am a propagate in perlite kind of guy from now on. I'm not here for propagating in water anymore. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the like button, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hopefully I will see you again soon. Bye. Oh, you saying bye as well? Why are you trying to steal my light? Bye.
I really am happy with how this plant has turned out. And I may have spent quite a bit of money on small cuttings, but actually I can now sell this plant at a really healthy price. You're looking at between £400 to £450 if I was to sell the plant whole. So it was an investment. Girl, you are trying it.